shop with the boss in the box. Fucking shop with the boss in the box. Fucking shop with the boss in the box.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boss in the Box Mania! I am your Boss in the Box correspondent, The Boss, greeting you on this fantastic Friday evening. And joined with me, as always, tell them who you are, sir.
Well, those of you may know me as the Lunchbox. That is one word, capital L, capital B. Thank you very much. And, well, my whimsical, well-dressed, wonderful, wacky webcasting wombat. What the fuck, dude? Like, thank you for dressing for the occasion. If I knew we were dressing up for this, I would have appreciated the courtesy of a phone call.
Mr. Lunchbox, didn't you notice the moniker, or the marquee up there, I should say, is Boss in the Box Mania?
Well, to be fair, I didn't see the marquee till 15 minutes ago in pre-show.
You couldn't have at least thrown on a tie, sir.
You know, I couldn't pick one. I just couldn't pick one. I've got too many. Like, none felt appropriate for the magnitude of what we are doing this evening, and that is Boss in Box Mania, meaning, I guess we're fantasy booking against each other.
Yeah, man. So, yes, we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have no idea what Boss in the Box Mania is, we don't either, so don't worry about it. So what we have going on right now is we're going to actually have some fun and do some fantasy booking. Like, we can't get away with this multiple times a year, so this might as well be a Boss in the Box Mania moment right here. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to do pro wrestling D&D for the most part. We have matches that are already put together, but we don't have the participants of the matches. We have the match types, but we don't have the participants. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it, WWE 2K video game style. And we're just going to create our own damn pay-per-view, and this is what Boss in the Box Mania is all about. So,
well, see, here's the thing, though. We only to somewhat of a degree have the kinds of matches because Brandon really wanted to throw curveballs at your boy tonight, mostly because I think Brandon can't beat me in honest competition, so he's got to try and sway the rules in his favor in order to try and take your boy out. So, talking shop with the Boss in Box community, I'm relying on you. Let's stick it to the boss. Let's stick it to the man.
Absolutely. And I look forward to this challenge. Now, anybody who is watching, they can give their... So what we're going to do is each match that we have, we're going to... both I and Box are going to pick participants in each match. And then we're going to create a storyline on why they are fighting. So, like I said, pro wrestling D&D, okay? And then you, as the viewer and participants, are going to help us decide who is winning this match.
What Brandon also failed to mention is that essentially we're arguing about it. Like, if he pitches a storyline and I'm like, that's whack, I can counter that.
Yeah.
And that's where the disagreement comes in, and y'all have the say-so in who's pushing the better storyline, which then, we want to know who you want to see win. This is, for once, wrestling's popular. Remember that one WrestleMania where they just let everybody win that we wanted to?
Yeah, that was fun. we never get what we want.
Yeah, but it was almost a little too much of it. There wasn't any shock and awe. Like, it was just, we wanted Kofi to win it. We wanted Brock to lose it. We wanted, everything was just, okay, this is how I do it if I wanted to see it happen. Except Roy, he just bitched about it the whole time.
Yeah, Roy. I mean, he's also 1,000 years old. He's probably a vampire and has diabetes, so that's Roy. Okay. let's go over the rules that we have to follow for Boss in the Box Mania. And we're going to say this 17,000 more times throughout this podcast, okay? So, the rules are... and by the way, before we get to the rules, Lunchbox, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Kern River Brewing Company Shuttle Bunny.
Ooh, wonderful.
It is an 8.5 double white IPA. One of my favorite beers from the group. I opened up one of my new accounts last week. I went in and bought this for myself at one of the places I sell beer to because, why not do business with those that do business with you? And this one, being as I've been dealing with a lot of corporate, I haven't been able to get into many places. So, Kern River, aside from that seltzer, incredible beer. Not been disappointed once yet. So, on that note, I've been waiting.
Oh, that's a beautiful...
There it is.
That's a beautiful sound. Mr. Michael Vanek says he is drinking some Bai and Bacardi Silver. So, hello, Mr. Vanek. How are you today? We have some other people. We have Jordan Harrison out there. Hello, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for the hugs earlier, by the way. Since Brandon pulled a fast one, didn't remind me to dress up at all. Like I said, he's trying to cheat his way to victory, but y'all know, good triumphs over evil.
Absolutely. So, I am drinking my usual. I have a diet ginger ale and Jameson. I'm trying to watch those carbs. Hence why I'm drinking a nice steady diet of White Claws.
Ugh.
And by the way,
have some respect for yourself, man. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with drinking White Claws, but even you admitted they fucking suck.
Hey, you know what though? For people who are on diets, I see the appeal actually. Mr. Vanek, you are on the keto diet or still on the keto diet. If you drink some White Claws, they're only 2 carbs per beer. So weird. Or if you could call them a beer. I don't know what they're called. The sparkling water or some bullshit.
They're a hard seltzer, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Hard seltzer.
Thank you very much.
A drunken, angry water, as it were.
All right. So let's get to why we are here today. So why we're here today, this is Boss in the Box Mania, and here are the rules that we have to follow as we are booking this large-scale pay-per-view, okay? Rule number 1. You can use any wrestler, dead or alive, old or young, and all are assumed to be in their prime. Rule number 2,
At least one of us is smart, Jordan. Sorry.
Rule number 2, no wrestler may duplicate in any match or multiple matches. So,
see, I think that's messed up. Because one of the best WrestleMania performances ever was Bret Hart opening and closing the show. But okay.
Okay. Rule number 3, past world champions can also challenge for mid-card titles. So they don't have to be the tippy top to only work at the tippy top. They can work for the Intercontinental, whatever it may be. Rule number 4, picks must be reasonable. Use common sense. A jobber will not be in the main event, so no Barry Horowitz versus Brock Lesnar as the Boss in the Box Mania main event.
So you don't got to worry about that.
All right. And then last rule is each match must create a story before picking a winner or a loser. So you can't just be like, all right, this person versus this person. Oh, this person's winning. We must create a story. And this is where we need the viewer and the listener's help. So we can throw some stuff out there, but if you guys have fun things to throw into the mix, we would love to hear it, and we want to hear what you can make for a storyline between 2 individuals.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let us start Boss and the Box Mania! But hey, you know what though? We can't start any pay-per-view without having a pre-show, all right?
That's right. That last please buy our show that you air in order to try. So if you were on the fence, these are the matches that are going to get you started.
Yes, so the first match on Boston the Boxomania. It's called the So Sad It's on the Pre-Show match. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a one-on-one match. And my first participant in this So Sad It's on the Pre-Show match is Ahmed Johnson and his bottle of baby oil.
Okay. So, since we're going to So Sad It's on the Pre-Show match, which means it definitely belongs on the Pre-Show match, I will see your Ahmed Johnson, and I will counter you against... Now, let me ask you real quick before I make my final decision. Heel or face Ahmed Johnson?
Ooh, let's go with face Ahmed Johnson.
Okay, so since Ahmed Johnson is working as the bright, bubbly babyface, the hard-working strong man who could pretty much pick up and throw anybody, I'm going to go ahead and give him someone that he might not be able to throw, and that is the Mighty Earthquake.
Ooh, that is a good one. So, why would the Mighty Earthquake and Ahmed Johnson entangle in an opening match on a huge pay-per-view like Boston the Boxomania?
All right, my take on it. Okay. What happened was it was a tag match, and Ahmed Johnson's partner, Barry Horowitz, was injured by Earthquake and Typhoon as the natural disasters. Now, Typhoon was injured by Ahmed Johnson, not from a, beatdown, but because Ahmed Johnson botched that motherfucker. So they had to go with a singles match, and they figured might as well stick it on the pre-show.
Okay, and Ahmed Johnson came with his baby oil, so we have to factor the baby oil into the story somehow.
Typhoon slipped on it and dislocated his shoulder.
Oh, yeah! That's perfect. So now they're fighting.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Hold on. Mike Vanek, Bruiser Brody versus Mick Foley in a Texas death match for the pre-show. You're putting Mick fucking Foley on the pre-show. Get the fuck out of here,
Bruiser
dude.
Brody? Come on, man. Bruiser Brody is never the opening card, man. Come on. Never.
Pre-show.
All right, so we have Ahmed Johnson versus Earthquake in the pre-show match. The So Sad It's on the Pre-Show match.
What's your take on it? Why'd that happen?
You know what? I think I have to concur with that story, man. The baby oil made Typhoon slip. Earthquake is mad. They're a tag team match. And it's just a story. It's story enough that it's something that had to make it on the pay-per-view, but couldn't go higher on the card. So, yeah, man. I think in this epic, we have a strong man versus a big man. But I don't know. This is a hard one because I am a big Earthquake fan. I love me some John Tenta. And apparently...
Who did?
And apparently he's from this area. I had no idea.
No shit.
Apparently he's from Antioch, or he went to Antioch High School, which is awesome. So, what do you guys in the chat think? Do you think Ahmed Johnson can beat Earthquake? What do you think? We need a comment from Vanek. Let's see if anybody knows.
Chime in, anybody.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting some additional listeners. I have a comment on that. Okay, so let's see. What does she say? What if they are currently on leave right now?
I told her it was cool. We can include dead people.
Yeah, dead, alive, old, young,
retired.
We are
mythical.
Mythical, yeah.
Mythical.
We are factoring anybody that you like. This is fantasy. This is fake.
Mike Vanek says time limit draw, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I'm on a similar kick, but not a time limit draw. Double count out.
Yeah, I can't see Ahmed Johnson and Earthquake going Broadway, man.
I'm just saying, I think double count out within 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that them going through the crowd and fighting through the crowd and just kind of creating havoc around them, maybe.
Well, not through the crowd because it's a one-on-one match, and these guys, they get halfway out the arena, they're going to be tired. But starts with a lockup. Earthquake gets the better of it. Ahmed charges in, ducks a clothesline, hits a spine buster, doesn't get a pin. Earthquake kicks out at 1. Earthquake back on his feet, hits a belly to belly, tries a pin, gets a 1. Ahmed kicks out. After that, they just kind of brawl, not into the crowd, but around the ringside area and maybe halfway up the ramp before it's called.
Okay. I would say something along the lines of, like, I kind of agree with that, but I'm trying to think of something with the baby oil. Maybe Ahmed Johnson tries to pick up Earthquake, and Earthquake slips out of Ahmed Johnson's hands, and Ahmed Johnson falls out of the ring, and they both fall out, and they count themselves out.
I am totally worried about your obsession with the baby oil. Like, I am mildly disturbed by this. Like,
hey, if you remember any Ahmed Johnson match, tell me that motherfucker did not have baby oil on.
he didn't bring it to the ring. He wasn't pimping baby oil, dude. And like I said, that's what you're making it. You said with a bottle of baby oil. You didn't say he was oiled up. You said he brought, and I quote, a bottle of baby oil, which is a huge disadvantage. But, okay. So I guess being as we're both pushing a draw here, the way we got to score a point off each other is whose double count out is better? Are you going with baby oil, Brandon? Or are you going with brawling box?
All right, let us know in the comments. And as we wait, Jordan Harrison actually says, here's something you guys don't know. I had Earthquake as a teacher in my freshman year of high school at Antioch High School. No lie.
Okay, so there's your confirmation. He taught at Antioch.
Wow, that's freaking awesome, actually.
That's pretty badass. I kind of wish I wouldn't have been pushing the double count-out narrative, but I'm not backing down.
All right, so let us know. We're gonna wait right now. We're gonna give you 10 seconds.
Ooh, Vanek. Jimmy Hart is not managing Earthquake.
No, this is a
at the time. Like only because I didn't add that variable in earlier. But thank you for reminding me on that sort of thing, because that does matter. That plays a factor.
Oh, okay. I see what Jordan's saying. Said his real name is Ferris Anthony. So this is a different Earthquake, Jordan. There was another Earthquake out there who was a wrestler. But the Earthquake we're talking about, his name is John Tenta. So was a football coach, and yeah, send us a picture. We'd love to see it. Regardless of what Earthquake it is. Yeah. So Vanek says he could cause the count out. All right.
Jordan's saying Earthquake wins the match.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we got Earthquake winning. John Tenta is from Canada. Oh, man, our facts are all over the place.
That doesn't mean he might not have came down, attended. He did have a life after wrestling.
He did.
Like, so on and so forth. But I say we go ahead and roll with the double count out.
I agree.
And just call that one a draw.
All right.
Since it's a warm-up.
So
now I understand what you're trying to play, what kind of game you're trying to play here.
Yeah. And we both get a point for that. We get points for winning and stuff like that. So the next pre-show match is the traditional Battle Royal. Now, typically, we never know who we're going to pick in situations like these. But in this case, we did pick wrestlers just so we didn't duplicate. And this is a 20-man, over-the-top Battle Royal. And we picked some interesting individuals to be in this Battle Royal. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go ahead because I actually only texted you my list.
Okay.
Like, I had started writing it, and then you caught me when I didn't have my notebook in hand when you asked for it. So I remembered most of them, but I hadn't finished my list on paper.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. So, this Battle Royal features, on the side that I picked, Santino Marella, Papa Shango, the Insane Clown Posse, Best Friends Trent and Chuck Taylor, David Arquette, Marco Stunt, EC3, and the Repo Man.
Okay.
All right, and what are your 10, sir?
I picked Sonata, Dominic Dijakovic,
Dijak.
friend of the show, King Fat Boy Papo Esco, Zero Miedo Pentagon, the Honky Tonk Man,
Oh.
Barry Horowitz,
He had to get his time to shine.
Luchasaurus.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, Brandon, who else is on my list? I know I got 3 more.
You have MJF, Maxwell J. Friedman.
Jacob,
sorry. The Brooklyn Brawler. And the Yeti.
the Yeti.
Yeti! All right, so we have the Battle Royal coming up. Here's the ring bell. Hold on. There we go. So, the Battle Royal has started, and here's what I'm most looking forward to in this Battle Royal. Okay, so they are fighting, to be the king of the jobbers, per se. All right? So, at some point, you're going to have the Insane Clown Posse going up.
You just called Papo Esco a jobber, and he lives way closer to you than he does to me. Good luck with that. Listen to Straight Out of the Bodega by Papo Esco, man. You won't be disappointed. Great show.
All right, so we're gonna have one of the epic stare downs. We're gonna have the Insane Clown Posse going head to head against the Best Friends, and
that doesn't sound very epic.
It could be epic because there could be either a giant fade out hug, or there just could be some straight up Fago brawling in the middle of this battle. You know what? There is Fago in this battle royal. There's Fago everywhere, and people are.
ICP brought Fago. When the bell rang, they started spraying.
Hell yeah, man! And there's soda.
So
everywhere.
on that note, when Violent J does the bounce and it rockets off, that cracks the Brooklyn Brawler first and knocks him over the top rope, so he's out.
He's absolutely out. And then we have, you also included Pentagon, if you didn't say that before.
I did.
Yeah, so you'll have these epic. You'll have Luchasaurus going up against the Yeti, in the epic, big tall man standoff. Because there's always got to be one.
Or Dijakovic getting toe to toe with Papo Esco.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Papa Esco totally takes Dijak right over the top rope.
See, I say they brawl over the top together.
Oh, okay.
They take each other out.
I am about that. I am all about that. So, Brooklyn Brawler's out. Papa and Dijak are out. Meanwhile, MJF has crawled under the ring rope and is hanging out at the commentator's booth. He's pulling a Miz. He's pulling a Jerry Lawler. He's doing what good heels should be doing. Pentagon's flying all over the place, and he's hitting the ropes with Sonata, man, going back and forth, doing some cool shit. Meanwhile, Marco Stunt gets in the middle of them and stops both of them, and does his little Fortnite dance, and then they both team up and throw Marco Stunt completely out of the match.
And to counter turn on that, Pentagon then throws out Sonata.
Yeah. So as Marco Stunt is recovering on the outside, the Honky Tonk Man starts dancing, trying to taunt Marco Stunt, and David Arquette drop kicks Honky Tonk Man right out of the ring.
How are you going to let David Arquette eliminate anybody? So, all while this is going on, the Yeti and Luchasaurus are kind of brawling it out with each other. and every single person in the ring goes and throws the pair of them over the ropes, but caught in the tide is David Arquette.
Oh man, you gonna do my man like that?
How did David Arquette not just like jump out and quit?
So at this point, the best friends and ICP are still brawling in a corner, and the Repo Man comes up behind them and tries to dump all of them out of the ring, only for Violent J to turn around and grab him by the mask and toss him over the top rope. That motherfucker's gone. He ain't repoing shit.
And as Violent J turns on heel and high five Shaggy 2 Dope, all of a sudden the best friends hit a double super kick. ICP's gone.
Oh no! No! Well, all right then. As Chuck Taylor and Trent are starting to turn around, Santino Marella, does his little snake move and Cobra's Trent right in the face, and EC3 ends up clotheslining both of them over the top rope. So now we're down to, God, I don't know who's left. We have let's see, we have Pentagon, we have Bushi, we have Luchasaurus. Oh man, this could go on forever. This match is insane, ladies and gentlemen. Insane, with the weirdest performers you could ever ask for. Like, so meanwhile, MJF is outside, and he's talking shit.
Still at the commentator booth.
Yeah, he's talking shit. So, who is gonna bring him inside? Let's see. Let's have Luchasaurus bring him inside.
Luchasaurus got dumped.
Oh, he did get... Oh, that's right.
But that doesn't mean he can't still be around the side of the ring and throw him back in.
That's right. Okay, so they got into an argument at ringside, and the Jurassic Express, or at least two of them, dump him back in, and he goes face-to-face with Papa Shango.
Papa Shango does the weird skull thing and tries to look all weird and put curses on him, so MJF punches him in the face. Flings him over the rope.
Throws out Papa Shango?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look at MJ. He's doing this. He's like, you can't. I'm too smart for this. So now we're down to EC3, MJF, and... Oh, man. It's Sonata and...
No, yeah. No, Pentagon knocks Sonata out.
That's okay, yeah. Sonata's out. So MJF, Pentagon, and EC3.
Okay.
And the Yeti.
No, the Yeti went out with Luchasaurus.
Okay. See, this...
Amongst the tide of people that went out with David Arquette.
Okay, yep. And I don't remember seeing Santino. Did Santino go out in tide?
Santino's still there.
Okay, so we're down to the final four then. We have Santino, EC3, MJF, and Pentagon.
EC3 and MJF start talking to each other about Rich Kid, whatnot. They can, they can help out with this. Pentagon gets over in the middle of their face, gives them the old "Settle, miedo," ducks and balls, super kicks him, knocks him down, super kicks Santino for good measure. Goes for some sort of high cross body, goes through the middle rope, launches himself back in, and drop kicks EC3 over the top rope.
Oh, man. So now that just leaves 3, right?
Yep.
All right. So EC3 is out. So Santina, MJF, and Pentagon. Oh, man. I kind of see where this is going. So at this point, Pentagon tries to do a head scissors on Santino Marella, and he misses and flies over the top rope in an accidental miss. So we are down to Santino Marella, and MJF. Wow.
After a failed attempt at a Cobra, MJF ducks, and yes, Mike Vanek, Wardlow is ringside with MJF, so when Santino bounces off the ropes, he gets low-bridged and falls over the top without even being touched.
Leaving your winner, Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Jacob Friedman.
Because he's better than you.
And you know.
And you know it.
So now MJF has the rights, the bragging rights of being the pre-show Boss in the Boxomania champion. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a mouthful, and that was just the fucking pre-show.
Which, by the way, my guy won that, so go ahead and give another point to the box.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move right along. So, we are now in the deep of Boss in the Boxomania. The pre-show is over. It is time to, expel your ducats from your wallet and subscribe to this pay-per-view right now. And by the way, we are accepting Venmo and donations for this podcast. So
I didn't realize we were doing that.
We are. So if you have Venmo or if you have PayPal, we can talk afterwards. But if you feel like donating to this podcast, you could actually send a Venmo over to Boss and the Box. So go check it out. Anything helps. We pay for services every single month. And, just the time that we put into this podcast, this live show that we do every single week, it does take time making graphics, doing things. So any amount helps. It keeps us going and keeps us happy and healthy. Call your neighbors, call your friends, call your wives, call your grandma,
Call anybody in the phone book that'll listen to the sound of your voice and tell them we just ripped off Mike Vanek's catchphrase. So you guys will give money to Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box, I guess. Moving on to the main card.
We have the Curtain Jerker. Best known as the match that opens the main show. Now, before, we kind of had an idea on what we're doing, but now we are going off the cuff, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming straight off of our memory. So, who is going to be in the Curtain Jerker match of Boss in the Boxomania? Take it away, Dave.
Well, when you want to open a show up right, you want to open it up with a high pace, a good match, great psychology, and something that can get the crowd on their feet immediately, kind of set the pace. I have chosen my combatant as one
Wait.
Will Ospreay.
Okay. I made a mistake. I put something in my notes, but it may be too late now. So, what I put in my notes here for this Curtain Jerker match was, I put that this should be a viewer pick.
Well, too late for that now.
Okay, so the Curtain Jerker match is featuring the Will Ospreay. All right, so who would go one-on-one versus Will Ospreay in a Curtain Jerker match? Who is going to set the pace of this Boss in the Boxomania pay-per-view? I have the perfect person for this occasion. Okay.
Listening.
How about, since Will Ospreay is such a big name overseas, how about we have a big name to help start this high energy match? And let's go with Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan versus Will Ospreay. Chase Owens. What? Get the fuck out of here.
We're not booking Drunk Uncle Chase, dude. Get on. He would have been in the Battle Royal if he was lucky. This ain't New Japan. We don't do 10-man tag matches to open the show.
By the way, that's my biggest complaint about New Japan Pro Wrestling. I love it, NJPW, but man, those tag matches are grueling.
They get tedious. I will co-sign that. They do get tedious after a while, but man, I love watching Suzuki-gun come out and Minoru Suzuki throw whoever around the arena for 20 minutes.
But as we said before, why are Will Ospreay and Daniel Bryan fighting? Because
What's your take on it?
My take on it is we have an international talent who has made a big name over in Japan and in Europe. And Will Ospreay, challenges the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan, to a match, just to prove that his international flair is better than anything that Daniel Bryan can do now.
I don't want to interrupt you, Brandon, but I just want to say, Letty! What's up, Tristan?
Hey, Tristan!
So, okay, you stole my story. So, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it into this. Will Ospreay is a recent signing over in Boxing the Boss Federation.
Yes.
And Daniel Bryan has been holding it down for a while. So Will Ospreay is not only bringing the American Revolution angle to the ball game, he's also bringing the fact that he's the new dog in town and he went straight after one of the best.
Yep. Because
he wants to prove he belongs amongst the best in the world in any federation.
And Vanek asks, Daniel Bryan or the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson? How about both? The American Dragon, Daniel Bryan.
So Daniel Bryan is what he's saying. WWF Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
WWE Daniel Bryan.
Yes. This is Yes Movement Daniel Bryan.
Yes Movement Daniel Bryan. Okay.
You were saying before I so rudely interrupted you.
Oh, no. That was my point, is we're talking about the Daniel Bryan that had just reached the pinnacle of the sport versus Will Ospreay, who internationally has reached many pinnacles of the sport, but now he's at the big dance. And he's a recent signing. Brand new. First pay-per-view match.
Oh, man. We're going to get flips. We're going to get kicks. We're going to get some crazy Canadian destroyers. We are going to get, oh God, the craziest missile drop kicks you'll ever see in your life. We'll probably see a flying headbutt through a table. Ah, man. What do you guys think? This is the part where we need your guys' help. So
yeah, who you guys taking? Who wins this match?
Will Ospreay or Daniel Bryan?
Will Ospreay in his first pay-per-view match in WWE. First feud.
Yeah. All right.
Basically, me and Brandon are arguing our cases. This is like playing apples to apples when you're arguing your case.
Now, my case is Daniel Bryan will submit Will Ospreay in the center of the ring after a long holdout.
Mine would be Daniel Bryan gets a lock-in on his submission, only for Will Ospreay to catch the ropes, get a clean break, and when Daniel Bryan turns, Ospreay hits him with Stormbreaker.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so Mr. Vanek has voted, and he says Bryan wins by schoolboy. That's one for Daniel Bryan.
How much have you had to fucking drink tonight?
Then he says after match
of the year. No. Daniel Bryan is not known for lying, cheating, stealing. He does it. He does it clean. Will Ospreay is not known. Same with Will Ospreay. He dazzles.
So, all right. So we got one vote for Daniel Bryan. I also vote for Daniel Bryan.
Our votes don't count.
All right.
Yeah, shoot that picture over, Jordan.
All right. 10 more seconds and...
I'll concede.
Okay. So Daniel Bryan wins by schoolboy, apparently. Thank you, Vanek. That's an interesting. Anything could happen here at Boston the Boxomania. Daniel Bryan can do something as simple as a schoolboy to beat high flyer Will Ospreay.
After a match of the year candidate, no less.
No less, indeed.
Fuck you, Mike Vanek. Okay.
So,
well,
before
you said you.
Before we get to this, we have a very special match, and we can spend just a little time on this. So, we have the podcast championship match. We have Mr. Lunchbox versus the Boss in a pie-eating, exploding beer can death match.
I don't even understand why you feel you could challenge me to such a match. I don't even understand what makes you think that you're even in the same league, let alone the same building, let alone the same division.
All right, you know what? I'll tell you what. A pie-eating, exploding beer can death match. I will pie-eat the shit out of some beer and can it all over your death. You hear me?
I'm just saying, dude, I can out-eat you. I can out-drink you. and I usually do both these things back to back. Like you've seen me do it. I come to your house and I'll out-eat you.
You know what? I see this ending only in one way. Both of us laying out in the back of the arena, full of pie, beer, whatever else, just passed out, smoking a cigarette.
You'd smoke a cigarette?
After that, I would.
All right, fair enough. So either way, episode 85, Brandon and I are going to do the Power Hour. We're going to drink 6 shots of beer in 60 minutes. I pinned him down to it last night, so we're going to get to see something like that just without the pie.
I forget what list I sent you. I think I have different notes than you, unfortunately. So,
you didn't give me any notes beyond this point.
You know what?
Your whole thing on this was a, and I quote, build momentum match. First of all, I would like to state that this is why I do titles. And secondly, I say this can be the viewer's pick. So, Mike Vanek, because you're the only one participating, really, I would like you to pick me a participant in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Ooh.
I would like my participant to be somebody. I had somebody in mind, but we're letting this be a viewer pick, so let's see if we can't get on the same wavelength. I need a big dude who wrestled in every major organization, WWE, WCW, I'm sorry, WWF, WCW, New Japan, All Japan. I hope you know, may have lost an eye against somebody. I hope you know where I'm going. For a Falls Count Anywhere match is the match I'm pitching. So, just saying.
Okay. So, Mike Vanek, if you're still listening, and you too, Jordan, and anybody else who's listening, because there's a couple other individuals listening right now, please comment and give us your thoughts. This is your time to shine. We are booking who you want in this match right here. It's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Give me anybody to put in the match. So, we are waiting for messages to come through right now.
So I just want to address some of the comments in there. Okay.
Sid Vicious.
Okay, Mike Vanek, you did not get who I wanted, but I'll take that one. Master of the Powerbomb, Sid Vicious. I was going for the other Master of the Powerbomb, you fucking dick.
Jordan Harrison says Bradshaw. Ooh. Versus
You know what? Mike Vanek got there first. So, okay, Sid Vicious versus Bradshaw. Now, which Bradshaw? John Bradshaw Layfield or Bradshaw the Acolyte? Or Justin Hawk Bradshaw?
That would have been my pick, honestly.
You'd have really went with Justin Hawk Bradshaw instead of, like, JBL?
Dude, Justin Hawk Bradshaw. He's pretty much Lance Archer back then.
He was more like a late generation Stan Hansen.
Yeah. He was badass. I was a big fan of him when I was younger. Alright, so... Alright, act like... I don't know what that means. Alright.
What?
There's also Blackjack Bradshaw.
New Blackjack Bradshaw.
No, not that one.
That's Blackjack Bradshaw.
Yeah, not that one.
We're not using. So okay, are you down with taking on Bradshaw, Justin Hawk Bradshaw as your pick?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, Justin Hawk Bradshaw versus Sid Vicious. Falls count anywhere. Okay, this is gonna be a really short match. I'm going for like 3.5 minutes tops, and it ends with Sid landing the power bomb off the stage through the table and catching the pin down there in the same area where Randy Orton had the thumbtacks in his back.
All right, I too will go through a page of history, and as Sid Vicious is trying to land a double axe handle on Bradshaw on the outside of the ring, he breaks his fucking leg and doesn't get back up again, leaving Justin Hawk Bradshaw the winner.
They'd probably call that a no contest.
Well,
Usually injuries they call no contest in WWE.
all right, Jordan and Mike and anybody else listening, go ahead and comment who is winning this match, Sid Vicious or Psycho Sid versus...
No, Sid Vicious.
Okay, Sid Vicious?
Not Psycho Sid, not Sid Justice. Sid Vicious. You said Primes.
All right, okay. Versus
So
Bradshaw.
I'm going with the guy who talked like this. And, okay, can we do it again? No, we're live, pal. Because let me tell you something, Brandon Blacker. You may be half the man I am, but I've got half the brain that you do.
I'm going to kick your head into your head. or something Sid would say.
Stab you with a pair of scissors.
All right, so...
Dude, Sid could break out the scissors. I'm saying.
Scissors.
Really? Really? We're getting nothing from you on this one, Vanek? You don't have an opinion on this? All you've done is ask me to go back into the early 90s of wrestling.
Okay, as we...
I did see that. By the way, Jordan, I did see those pictures, and I even responded to you in the group chat that is not John Tenta. That is not the same earthquake we were talking about. That's still pretty cool, though.
That is an earthquake, though. That guy was a wrestler, but he was a local wrestler.
Yeah, but he wasn't Earthquake. Earthquake, who put Hulk Hogan on the shelf where he received fan mail because Tugboat got it for him.
All right, so Vanek has decided the winner is vicious power bombs through 3 tables. So Justin Bradshaw just went through 3 fucking tables.
It hadn't come through yet when I was yelling at you, Vanek. Fuck off, dude. Thank you. If nobody else has any dissenting comments, I will take my point and move on.
All right. Hello, Jillian. Thank you for joining the chat.
Hey, what's up, Jillian?
All right, I have fixed the volume. You should be able to hear me now. If you didn't hear me before. Okay, so the next match on this card, and that was a wrap, so we need a nice ring bell. Thank you. We have a mid-card championship match. The Intercontinental Boss and the Box Championship.
I like that we were both on the same wavelength of Intercontinental. And being as I've gone first the last 2, Brandon, please, who is your first combatant for the vacant Intercontinental title?
Man, you know what, man? I'm going to have to go with the ultimate mid-carder, and that is Dolph Ziggler.
That wasn't very creative.
Well, you know what, though? He is the best in that category.
Actually, though, I'm going to counter you because I was similarly non-creative. And I think this is a mid-card dream match that we've put together accidentally here. And I would like to see Dolph Ziggler for the vacant Intercontinental title versus Hangman Adam Page. Ooh, right? Like, we've accidentally put together quite a good match on our hands here.
And you know what? That is quite the fantasy match, and this is what it's all about for Boss in the Box Mania.
That honestly, Vanek, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut till afterwards, but remind me I have honorable mentions and shit, because good suggestion you just put there.
That was yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, remind us when we get towards the end of the card to do some honorable mentions before the main event, because no, that's a good suggestion right there, dude.
All right, so other than the title, these guys went through a hellacious tournament to get to this point. Dolph Ziggler versus Hangman Adam Page for the vacant Boss in the Box Intercontinental title. Dude, like, you know, Dolph Ziggler had to beat people like the Boogeyman, had to beat people like, let's see.
Are we talking about in real life or in this build-up? Because remember, we're talking build-ups here. Or is
this build-up.
Okay.
You know, Dolph Ziggler had to beat the Boogeyman. He had to beat Juventud Guerrero. He had to beat... he had to beat Jim the Anvil Neidhart to get to where he is now.
In a tournament or what?
We had to do a tournament to get to this point.
That was what I was thinking. Intercontinental title, vacant title, tournament. Mm-hmm. You got to have a tournament.
Yeah. Who are three people that Hangman Adam Page had to beat to get to this point?
In his first match, Hangman Adam Page had to take out Bushwhacker Luke.
Okay.
Who obviously sucked because it was, you know, in his easiest match, and then in a slightly harder match, he had to go ahead and outwork Greg the Hammer Valentine.
I would pay to actually see that match.
And in the finals, or I'm sorry, the semifinals, Hangman Adam Page had to beat a Prime Rhodes, not a Prime Cody, not a Prime Dustin, but Hangman Adam Page, by the skin of his teeth, after a 30-minute bloody battle, had to just luck out with a buckshot lariat and get the Duke over the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, baby. Now, this is going to be a match of conditioning, ladies and gentlemen. We have two individuals that can just go. They can go all day, all night long. They are both extremely good at what they do. Can Hangman Adam Page drink more than Dolph Ziggler? Probably. But they both can wrestle.
But here's my thought process behind it. Dolph Ziggler excels, but Dolph Ziggler can't excel when gold is involved. And this is for a vacant title. If he was chasing another title, maybe. But I think in this vacant title, Adam Page is going to be the way to go.
Oh, man. So, those of you just joining us, we pick people, and you guys need to tell us who is winning this match. So, Jillian, if you're still there, or anybody else, who is winning in a Boss in the Box Intercontinental title vacant championship? Can Dolph Ziggler defeat Hangman Adam Page and win the title and further say that he can triumph in gold situations? Or can Adam Page just drink him under the table and bring that title home?
High impact. I'm just saying, Dolph Ziggler's got the super kick, the zigzag. People kick out of that shit all the time. But when Hangman Adam Page hits that buckshot lariat or the Deadeye, or as I like the original title better, the Last Rites, it's over. I watched Joey Janela go down to that off a ladder.
So give us your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. The way this is working is
Thank you, Mike Vanek.
What did... Oh, there we go. Hangman by Lariat after a 15-minute heartbreaker. Okay.
What's up, Eli Diaz? I just want you to know I am wearing my Stig Murder shirt. Stig Murder. Heart of the Central Valley right there.
That's right. What's up?
There it is.
What's up, Eli? So that is the match. Hangman Adam Page wins the Boston the Box Intercontinental title. And he is going to have one hell of a reign. Oh, no! We have a tiebreaker. Jillian says easily Zig.
Easily.
Oh.
Easily.
Oh, man. So we have a tiebreaker. We can't declare a winner just yet because we actually have a draw.
All right, somebody else needs to chime in on this one. Like I said, Hangman Adam Page, youth, intelligence, speed. He rides a horse. For fuck's sake.
Okay, so in situations like these, if we don't get a comment, we have
taking the coin flip or a dice roll.
We'd have to give it to the original answer, or we could do it. I don't have it. Do you have a coin?
Nobody have dice.
All right, so give us a dice roll. 1 through 3, we got Ziggler. 4 through 6, we have Hangman.
I got a 3, so we got Ziggler.
All right, Ziggler busts it out with a zigzag off the top rope just to give a little bit more meaning.
This is definitely a WWE booking moment.
All right, I got to erase that point. And guess what? You and I, our points are tied currently.
Okay. All right, what do you got for a comedy segment?
Oh, no. Oh, man. I wish I thought more about this.
Oh, fuck you. You're the one who threw this at me. So I put something up. So I say, as opposed to trying to blend like a match, you pitch yours, I'll pitch mine. We'll see which one goes.
Okay, you go first. Sounds like you already have something in mind.
Brandon booked this shit, Mike Vanek. I just want you to know that. All right. So, even though he's already been in a match, this is not a match. So Santino Marella comes out and he decides, he lost that match. He almost had it, but he just lost, so he needs help. And, when you need help, you need friends. So Santino Marella tries to join DX. But...
Oh, I have something for this. Go on.
But Shawn Michaels and Triple H both come out old and bald and shit and are just like, I hate to inform you of this, but that's not going to work. Like, right now, joining DX would be... We do need a secretary. We just fired that chick up front last week. She was sleeping on the job. It wasn't cool. And so you could like file paperwork for us or something. So that's what joining DX means nowadays. And Santino flips his lid and tries to fucking pull a Cobra, only to walk into a Triple H spine buster while he's in the suit, and Triple H rips off the jacket and is like, raw. And then fucking Santino stands up, still trying to Cobra, and turns right into a fucking classic super kick from HBK.
All right.
And the DX music plays.
As DX is leaving and Santino Marella is coming to, he is defeated, he is sad, he's walking towards the back rather slowly, but and for the heartfelt moment of the night, ladies and gentlemen, who comes out to accept Santino Marella is the Insane Clown Posse. They come out and they say, hey, buddy, it's all good, man. You are a juggalo. You are one of us now. Feel good moment.
ICP would never do that. They'd tag team powerbomb him through a table. Like you're not even making any sense, Brandon.
Hey, come on. They have they've got golden hearts, man. They recognize
Not in wrestling.
They recognize Santino as one of theirs.
I don't think they'd take Santino.
You mean ICP is selective in their juggalos?
No, but they wouldn't take Santino. All right, you got a counter, or are you just going to admit that I came up with the best shit?
Yeah, you got that one. I'll admit that one. I'll give it to you. That was good. I was trying to sail it back into the garage, so to speak.
Well, like, Mike Vanek came up with some killer comedy matches. Colt Cabana versus Rowdy Piper. Colt Cabana versus Yano is not a fantasy booking. We've seen that a bunch of times. And it's awesome every time.
Well, I think we forget that Vanek forgets there's pro wrestling globally. So
No. Mike Vanek. Oh, dude. Don't anger Mike Vanek. Mike Vanek's a wrestling dictionary, dude. And now, granted, he's more late 80s, early 90s. Like, that's Mike Vanek right there. Like, that was where, like, and WCW, NWA, Jim Crockett, that's Mike Vanek shit. So, he tells me constantly he knows more wrestling than you do.
Oh, probably. Probably.
I'm just saying, he reminds me.
All right, so moving on to that was our comedy segment.
I thought you'd want to fight with Mike Vanek some more.
All right, now we have our Boss in the Box Tag Team Championship. And my pick to be in this match is none other than the Hart brothers themselves, Bret and Owen Hart, as the Hart Foundation.
Bret and Owen Hart's version of the Hart Foundation.
Yes.
Final answer?
Final answer.
I had two options on the board for this. Fuck it. I'm going to go across the world for this. The Hart Brothers, Canada's finest brother team, versus the Children of the Great Haku, the Gorillas of Destiny.
Ooh.
All brother matchup.
Hey, this is Mike Vanek's favorite match. It's the brother match.
The brother match.
Dude, no, there is no doubt. Okay, so why are they fighting? They are fighting because, you know, at this time, Bret and Owen Hart, they're finally on a united front, and they're trying to prove that they are the absolute best tag team in the world. You know, they just beat the Legion of Doom. They just beat Doink and Dink. They just beat
Doink and Dink.
You heard me. They just beat Cactus Jack and Terry Funk. They just beat anybody.
How long was this tournament?
No, it wasn't a tournament. They're just running the gamut.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're finally on a united front. The Hart family is together. More together than they have ever been. There is no animosity. They love each other. You know, they are on the same page for once in their life.
Brandon. See, this is where you made a mistake. You're living in a dream world, son. Now, the Hart brothers are, you know, Bret Hart will tell you, anybody that listens, he's the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Right.
And in my opinion, Owen was the better Hart. So, that's a hell of a tag team of brothers, and they're in a unit, and they were both from the dungeon, etc., etc. Well played, but you fail to realize the Hart brothers, especially those two, can never, ever get on the same page for a whole match even. And now you're telling me they've been on the same page for about 8-9 weeks?
Yep.
Something's got to give. I'm sure Bret got one too many pins, and Owen's not happy with it because he's not a nugget, and he's the king of hearts, and he's going to kick Bret's leg out from under his leg. And the Gorillas of Destiny have never not been on a united front. Ain't nobody realer than Gorillas, as the theme song says. And I just think, no matter how well the technique of the Hearts carries through, that in the end, the technique and the brute force of the Gorillas of Destiny is going to win out when Tama Tonga hits, oh my God, his version of the RKO, the stunner, I forget what it's called, and pins Brett clean. No, pins Owen clean in the middle of the ring.
Ooh. Yeah, because in any given situation, I can't see Bret Hart being pinned unless it's for a world title. So, in this match, you know what? We already have one vote. Mike Vanek, Bullet Club all day long. 3 gun stunners.
Gun stunner.
If anybody has a counter to Mike Vanek saying God is winning against the Hart brothers, speak now or forever hold your peace. And with that being said, I guess the Gorillas of Destiny have pulled this one through and are the Boss and the Box World Tag Team Champions. Strike another one for the lunchbox.
Okay, where are we at?
All right. So, for time purposes, we are scratching the grudge match for tonight, since we already did a Falls Count Anywhere match. And we are going straight to give the women some love, because they are going for the Boss in the Box Women's Championship.
You didn't even put this on the list.
Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I just added that one. Here we go. You can't think.
So you take out the match I prepared for, and throw. See what I mean, you guys? What's the score, by the way?
We are 5-3.
You'd have thought you'd have kept that other match in there so you could have got a victory. Now the best you can hope for is a tie. Go on, Brandon. I'm interested.
All right, so the contender, the starting contender for the Boss in the Box Women's Championship match at Boss and the Boxomania. Of course, I got to go with Miss Asuka herself. And I'm talking NXT longest reigning women's champion, Asuka.
Fuck you for stacking the deck against me on this one, but I would like to go with WrestleMania 22 version creepy stalker cheerleader Mickie James.
Oh man, there is no doubt Asuka is wiping the floor with Mickie James.
Really? Because Mickie James took a bloody nose and still beat Trish Stratus clean in the middle of the ring, son.
Yeah, you know what though?
I have never seen a crowd roar for Asuka the way that many people roared for Mickie James that day. Never.
Yeah, you know, she might have got a bloody nose from Trish Stratus, but she didn't get a world-class beating from Minoru Suzuki in New Japan Pro Wrestling and then get up to tell about it.
She did not, but it's not as if she got up and pinned Minoru Suzuki. Mickie James pinned Trish Stratus that night. Mickie James won the crowd over that night.
We already have one result, and anybody else can chime in as well. Mike Vanek says Asuka all day long.
Fuck you, Mike Vanek.
Best in the game? I have to fully agree with that. Do we have any counters? Going once, going twice. That is a win for me. Asuka all day long with the Asuka lock, dead center in the ring. Oh man, let's see if we can get to a tie.
All right. So for the World Heavyweight Championship,
that's right.
Who do you got, Brandon?
The Boss and the Box. You know what? I did the last two, so you get to choose first.
And it was so easier to play the counter game. All right. Now, you'd think, me being me, I might go ahead and take the dead man, because as we've agreed, he's got a legacy unlike any other. And me being me, you also possibly could have thought I would have went with the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, Mr. Main Event. But for whatever reason this morning, when I started really thinking about this match, my combatant for the inaugural Boxing the Bossamania World Heavyweight Championship is none other than, oh yeah, too hot to handle and too cold to hold. The Macho Man, oh yeah, Randy Savage. Dig it!
That is a fantastic pick. Wish I thought of that. I did not think of that. But I have something to counter your Macho Man even better. And I'm going to go with the Rainmaker himself, Kazuchika Okada, versus Macho Man Randy Savage in the first ever Boss in the Box Omania.
Now you see, I know everybody out there's thinking Okada's so much bigger, Okada's so much stronger. Macho Man beat bigger, stronger guys. Macho Man had the intensity, and both of these guys have been in matches that are the greatest ever. You know, the Intercontinental match at WrestleMania 3 with Ricky Steamboat, or Okada versus Kenny Omega. I'm just saying. Okada is the longest reigning NJPW champion. But the Mega Powers didn't explode in Japan. The Mega Powers exploded in the US. And if we're talking raw numbers, you got to go with the cream of the crop. Yeah, the cream of the crop.
Okay. So why are they fighting? Okay, we know why they're fighting. They want the coveted Boss in the Box World Heavyweight Championship. But how did they get here? What do you think? Before we get, because we're already starting to get some results here. But how did they get here? So,
go ahead.
You know what?
Elaborate.
You know what, man? Okada finally left Japan. And he came all the way down here to, you know, Boss in the Box Pro Wrestling. And he had something to prove. He knew that New Japan Pro Wrestling was just a small agenda on his list. He needed to come down here and showcase that he can beat the best anywhere. You know what? He defeated Hulk Hogan in Japan. He defeated Andre the Giant in Japan. He also defeated Ric Flair. But he did not defeat Macho Man Randy Savage. And this is his day of redemption. This is the day he defeats the absolute cream of the crop. Yeah. All right?
Well, you see, here's my problem with that. You see, while over in Japan, Kazuchika Okada has done all those things, Macho Man over here has recently bested Toru Yano. He, in one of the funniest matches in history, Macho Man has went ahead and taken down the likes of Chris Jericho. Ooh. Macho Man finally accomplished his big goal of taking down the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Macho Man even felled the Undertaker in a cage match.
And by the way, just to let you guys know, there was some controversy in the comments here. The Undertaker could not be on this pay-per-view because we couldn't afford him. We couldn't afford his contract.
We couldn't pay that.
He wanted to come in and work for 3 minutes, and his contract was huge. We just couldn't afford it.
We couldn't do it.
No. So, just let you know, The Undertaker, we love...
Whoa!
We love it.
Whoa! 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 We have more important things to address in The Undertaker's absence. We already discussed that motherfucker in here. But guess who is here? Your boy Lunchbox. And your boy Lunchbox just got an offer to be paid to read a bedtime story to Jillian Curran in his Macho Man voice.
Hell, I
So I'll
would
tell
pay
you what.
I think it's time you make an OnlyFans just doing that. just
Brandon,
reading things.
I think you, yeah, right. I think you should go ahead and what's that Venmo info again?
The Venmo info, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking donations for this podcast so we can keep ourselves happy, healthy, and paying the bills for this podcast. You can, if you have Venmo, and we can also talk about PayPal. If you have Venmo, go ahead and send a donation over to Boss and the Box, all one word.
$5. $5, Jillian, and I will call you and read you a bedtime story in my best Macho Man voice. I will do it. Straight up.
Please add me to that call.
Oh God, you have to record it. Only if we can record it.
Yeah, that'd be the greatest. So we have
$5.
We have our reasons, ladies and gentlemen. Kazuchika Okada versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, excuse me. Macho Man Randy Savage in the main event at Boss and the Box Mania. So far, we have had a fantastic show, ladies and gentlemen.
Which Macho Man? Dude, the intense Macho Man, the Macho Man who won WrestleMania 4 tournament, not right before the Mega Powers exploded. That Macho Man.
Oh.
Fuck you, Mike Vanek.
I think it is all for naught, though. But let's do a quick recap before we get to the official. So, to start out the pre-show, we had Earthquake and Ahmed Johnson wrestle to a double countout. We had MJF become the Boss in the Box Battle Royale victor for bragging rights. We had Daniel Bryan squeaking out a win against Will Ospreay in the Curtain Jerker. We have no idea what happened in the Boss in the Box pie-eating, exploding beer can death match.
Episode 85, you're going to find out which one of us can drink fucking 5 beers in an hour, though.
Sid Vicious.
I already got my guest, and I'm working on my staff, too. Just saying.
Sid Vicious power bombs Bradshaw through 3 tables for the win. Let's see. Dolph Ziggler zigzags Hangman Page off the top rope for the Boss in the Box Intercontinental Championship. We had a comedy segment with Santino Marella and DX. We had the Gorillas of Destiny defeat the Hart Brothers, Bret and Owen Hart, in the Boss in the Box Tag Team Championship match. We had Asuka completely...
We had Brandon cheating to bring in Asuka. Unannounced.
Completely wiped the floor with Mickie James. And in this main event, Kazuchika Okada takes on Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, Luke, it's only 5 beers in an hour. It's 60 shots of beer. 1 shot of beer every minute for 60 minutes. It's a power hour. Come join us and watch us play Cards Against Humanity in 7 weeks. 8 weeks. I think my dad's going to be here for that.
Ooh, well, there you go. All right.
I could be different.
All right, so in decided fashion, Macho Man Randy Savage has won the coveted...
No, he fell.
No. Macho Man Randy Savage wins. We have votes from Jillian. We have votes from Jordan. Mike Vanek only voted once for Okada. So 2 votes beat out. So your winner and new Boss and the Boxomania World Heavyweight Champion, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Which brings our tally to what?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 6-4, leaving Mr. Lunchbox the decided winner of Boss in the Box Omania.
And there you have it, Brandon. You stacked the deck against me, and I still can't be beat.
But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was fun. I'm glad everybody joined in and gave their answers and comments. Hopefully next time we will have more individuals joining us, more comments. This is what will make this whole thing come together. Hoo yeah, that's right, Jillian.
Ooh, yeah.
This is the first ever Boss and the Box Fantasy Mania. And so we will do this again. But as we conclude here, looks like we're going to finally give you that bonus episode tonight by talking to Mr. Vanek, if he's not passed out drunk already.
Shit, might as well worry about me being passed out drunk already.
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, where can they find you, Mr. Lunchbox? Thank you for listening.
You can find me on Instagram at the Almighty Lunchbox. You can find me, my band, Nothing But Losers, at Nothing But Losers on Facebook, Nothing But Losers on Instagram, and Nothing But Loser, that is no S, on Twitter. You can also find this page on Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box on Facebook. Don't forget to join the Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box discussion group, where we shitpost all motherfucking day long. You can also find this podcast on Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box on Instagram and Talking_Shop on Twitter. And apparently, you can Venmo us, and I will read you Macho Man bedtime stories, because that's what we do now. Brandon, what about you?
Hey, we're in a pandemic, man. We got to do things to make extra cash. Go shout out 209 Productions. There you go, Mike Vanek. Shut up.
209 Promo.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 209 Promo. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Brandon Blacker. You can find my band Suburban Paranoia on all social media platforms. And send us some money via Venmo at Boss and the Box. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. This has been episode 77. See you next Friday at 10:30.
Ooh, yeah. Dig it!